For someone as seasoned and seemingly unshakable as George Clooney, life rarely pauses long enough to deliver a true shock. At 64, the two-time Academy Award winner has lived many lives at once: actor, director, producer, activist, husband, father, and global public figure. Yet even icons are not immune to moments that force reflection. Last year, while participating in a major televised initiative dedicated to cancer prevention and public health awareness, Clooney found himself confronted not with a role or a script, but with a sobering reminder of human vulnerability. What began as routine medical screenings associated with the program became a powerful turning point, reshaping the way he spoke publicly about health, aging, and the importance of listening to one's body before it is too late. When advocacy becomes personal. The television special, created to promote early detection and cancer prevention, brought together celebrities from across industries, united by a common goal: encouraging people to take their health seriously. Clooney joined the project as he has joined many causes before, with sincerity, visibility, and a sense of responsibility. As part of standard preparation, participants were encouraged to undergo comprehensive medical checkups. While no dramatic diagnosis was announced, Clooney later shared that the process itself was deeply unsettling. Tests revealed irregularities that required further evaluation, and for the first time in many years, he was forced to sit with uncertainty. The experience, he admitted, was emotionally jarring, not because of confirmed illness, but because it exposed how easily something serious could go unnoticed without routine care. Facing the fear of the unknown. In later interviews, Clooney spoke candidly about the fear that accompanies waiting for answers. He described the quiet hours spent imagining outcomes, realizing how quickly life's sense of control can slip away. "It's not knowing that gets you," he explained in one conversation. "You start thinking about time, what you've done, what you haven't, and what you assume you'll always have." For a man known for his composure and wit, the experience stripped away bravado and replaced it with humility. He acknowledged that even with access to top medical professionals, the emotional weight of uncertainty is universal, shared by millions of people who face similar moments without cameras or headlines, turning anxiety into purpose. Rather than retreating from the experience, Clooney chose to use it. He began speaking more openly about preventative care, emphasizing that the fear of testing should never outweigh the consequences of delay. "If I had skipped that checkup," he said, "I might not have known there was something worth watching." His message was careful, measured, and responsible, focused not on panic, but on awareness. He urged people of all ages to view medical screenings not as admissions of weakness, but as acts of self-respect. In doing so, he reframed vulnerability as strength, a theme that resonated deeply with audiences who admired him, not just for his success, but for his honesty. A career built on reinvention. George Clooney's influence makes such messages especially powerful. Born on May 6, 1961, in Lexington, Kentucky, he grew up in a family steeped in media and public discourse. His father, Nick Clooney, was a respected journalist, and discussions around current events and responsibility were part of daily life. Though Clooney initially studied journalism himself, he left college to pursue acting, enduring years of small roles and uncertainty before his breakthrough. That perseverance shaped the man audiences would later see. Confident, yes, but grounded in the knowledge that nothing is guaranteed. From television fame to film legacy, Clooney's rise to fame came with his role as Dr. Doug Ross on the television series ER, which aired from 1994 to 1999. The show turned him into a household name and a global heartthrob, but he resisted being boxed into a single image. Instead, he pursued film roles that challenged him artistically, transitioning seamlessly into cinema with performances that balanced charisma and complexity. Films like Out of Sight and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou showcased his range. while Ocean's 11 cemented his status as a leading man, capable of carrying both commercial hits and ensemble casts with ease. Awards, responsibility, and perspective. Winning an Academy Award for Syriana in 2005 marked a turning point in Clooney's career, not just professionally, but philosophically. Success gave him a platform, and he chose to use it beyond entertainment. His work as a producer, including projects like Argo, demonstrated his interest in stories that explored politics, ethics, and human consequence. Over time, awards became less about validation and more about opportunity. The opportunity to spotlight issues that mattered, to tell stories with substance, and to support causes that aligned with his values. Activism rooted in empathy. Clooney's advocacy has long extended beyond Hollywood. He has been deeply involved in humanitarian efforts, particularly in regions affected by conflict and human rights violations. As a co-founder of initiatives aimed at preventing mass atrocities, and as a United Nations goodwill advocate, he has consistently highlighted the importance of global accountability. His activism is not performative. It is informed, sustained, and often uncomfortable. That same seriousness now informs the way he speaks about health, without exaggeration, without fear-mongering, but with urgency born from lived awareness. The role of family in grounding reality, marriage and fatherhood have further reshaped Clooney's worldview. Since marrying human rights lawyer Amal Clooney in 2014, he has often spoken about how family changed his priorities. The birth of their twins in 2017 added another layer of perspective. Health, once something easily postponed amid packed schedules, became personal in a new way. "You start thinking differently," he has said. "You're not just responsible for yourself anymore." That sense of responsibility underpinned his decision to speak openly about routine screenings, emphasizing that caring for oneself is inseparable from caring for those who depend on you. Why preventative care matters. Medical professionals consistently stress that early detection dramatically improves outcomes for many conditions. Clooney's experience, rooted not in diagnosis but in awareness, echoes this truth. Preventative screenings are not guarantees, but they are tools, offering information that empowers individuals to make informed choices. By sharing his story responsibly, Clooney helped normalize conversations around health that many people avoid until forced by crisis. His message was simple but impactful. Do not wait for symptoms, and do not assume you are immune because you feel fine today. The public response. The response was immediate and widespread. Fans shared their own stories, many admitting that his words motivated them to schedule long-delayed checkups. Health organizations praised the balanced tone of his advocacy, noting that fear-based messaging often discourages action, while Clooney's approach encouraged calm engagement. Fellow actors and colleagues expressed support, not out of alarm, but out of appreciation for his willingness to speak openly about an issue that affects everyone, regardless of status or success, continuing to work and create. Despite the emotional weight of these discussions, Clooney has shown no signs of slowing creatively. He continues to develop new projects, balancing acting and directing with his philanthropic commitments. His work remains selective, guided by curiosity rather than obligation. Colleagues often note that he appears more focused than ever, choosing roles and stories that align with his evolving sense of purpose. For Clooney, awareness did not lead to withdrawal. It led to clarity, a broader lesson for modern life. In an era marked by global health challenges, environmental stress, and relentless pace, Clooney's message feels especially relevant. Modern life encourages endurance, productivity, and constant forward motion, often at the expense of self-care. His story serves as a reminder that pause is not failure, and attention to health is not indulgence. By speaking openly, he challenged cultural norms that equate strength with silence, particularly among men who are statistically less likely to seek preventative care. Legacy beyond the screen. George Clooney's legacy will undoubtedly include awards, iconic roles, and memorable performances. But increasingly, It also includes moments like this, moments where influence is used not for promotion, but for prevention. His willingness to discuss uncertainty, fear, and responsibility adds depth to his public image, transforming him from admired figure to relatable human being. That relatability is what gives his words weight and his advocacy reach, redefining strength. True strength, Clooney suggests, is not about denying vulnerability, but about responding to it thoughtfully. By encouraging routine health checks, he reframes strength as awareness and foresight. He did not present himself as a cautionary tale or a survivor narrative, but as someone who learned something important in time and wanted others to do the same. That distinction matters, preserving dignity while promoting action without harm or misinformation. Looking forward, as Clooney continues his journey, professionally, personally, and publicly, his approach to health awareness remains consistent, calm, factual, and human. He understands the power of his voice and uses it carefully, knowing that millions listen not just to what he says, but how he says it. In doing so, he offers something rare in celebrity culture, a message that is neither sensational nor dismissive, but grounded in shared human experience. Conclusion: a quiet but powerful reminder. George Clooney's story, reframed through awareness rather than alarm, is not about illness. It is about attention. It is about the moments that remind us we are not invincible, and that care taken today shapes tomorrow. At 64, he remains an enduring icon, not only because of what he has achieved, but because of how responsibly he navigates influence. His message is clear, timeless, and deeply human. Listen to your body, respect your time, and take care of yourself. Not someday, but now.